You ever want to make high elo players look this silly? Well, you're in luck, because Pope Paisano is here to teach you how you too can clown your enemies and make your match history look like this in 10 minutes or less. Let's go!
This will be fun!
Shaco's passive is known as Backstab. It's really simple. All you gotta do is stand behind an enemy and start auto-attacking them. Your Q will apply this, your E will also apply this, and even your alt clone can apply Backstab. When playing Shaco, it's extremely important to be auto-attacking enemies in the back. Shaco's Q's is bread and butter, also called Deceive. Basically, Shaco targets a location, goes invisible while blinking to that location, and then he's going to deal bonus physical damage as he auto-attacks you out of stealth. Especially if he gets Backstab, this is big damage, and ultimately, why we love to see those Shaco one-shots. Shaco's W is called Jack-in-the-Box, another reason why people hate Shaco. Basically, he places a Jack-in-the-Box on the ground, and it goes invisible after a few seconds, untargetable as well. Meaning, if you walk over the trap, kinda like Teemo, you're gonna get feared, you're gonna get damage, it's really annoying. Another reason why people hate Shaco, but another reason why we love him. There's kinda two effects that we need to talk about with 2-shift poison, Shaco's E. The first is, if it's up and it can be used, not on cooldown, your attacks will actually slow your target. Your auto attacks specifically. If you look at Scuttle Crab, you look at that movement speed, you can see my auto attacks are slowing that little buddy right down. The second part is the active of 2-shift poison. Basically, Shaco throws a dagger at the enemy target that deals magic damage, and if they're below 30% of their HP, you know, it's going to deal bonus damage. It's kind of like an execute. Another thing to keep in mind is that 2-shift poison can actually proc Backstab, which is really important. I can't tell you how many times that someone has flashed away from me as Shaco, and then I've killed them anyway because I'm throwing 2-shift poison and execute into their back. Finally, we got Shaco's ultimate, Hallucinate. Basically, Shaco is going to activate it, he vanishes for a split second, meaning he can dodge abilities, and then he reappears with a clone of himself. You can activate that clone and walk it around by spamming the R key, for instance, just like you control any other pet like Tibbers or maybe Daisy. If the clone dies, it'll explode, dealing huge amount of magic damage to enemies nearby, and also instantly fearing them, dropping a few mini boxes that activate. The boxes will be able to tank damage, they'll be able to block skill shots, so keep that in mind. As well, Shaco's Hallucinate clone can, tank tower shots and tank abilities for you, so there's many interesting ways to use the spell.
The joke's on you!
Shaco has 2 rune sets, the AD and the AP one. First, starting with the AP one, we have Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collector, Ultimate Hunter, and then into Sorcery with Transcendence and Gathering Storm. Really, this is just set up so that you'll deal a lot of burst damage with your Shiv later, as well as your Hallucinate, that will explode and literally one-shot people. Next we have the AD runes. Shaco takes Halo Blades, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Relentless Hunter, Alacrity, and Cut Down. But you can trade Cut Down for Coup de Grace or Last Stand, depending on how the game's going. For that AP build, we're always going Gustwalker, into Leandries, Lucidity Boots, Zhonya's or Medjai's depending on if you're fed, Rabadon's Death Cap, and finally Void Staff to cut their MR. The AD builds, you're going to go Gustwalker, Eclipse, Berserkers, Prowler's Claw, Collector or LDR if they're stacking armor, and finally Guardian Angel.
Here we go!
Shaco's early clear can be weird for people, but I just want you to follow these few easy tips. Drop a box at 30 seconds to protect your own jungle, and then at around 51 seconds, you're going to drop your second box on the Raptor camp. Next, you're going to wait, and on cooldown, you'll drop your second box on the Raptor camp. Finally, before you start clearing, put the third box in front of red buff in such a way that it won't proc it immediately. Next, we're going to go and try to stand right behind the Raptor camp so that we can get those backstabs. After we kill the Raptor camp, we level Q, go over the wall, place another box at the feet of red. Finally, we're going to queue over the wall to Krugs, drop another box, and this is where we'll use our smite. In many cases, you'll have the opportunity to invade because of how fast your early clear is, and the fact that you'll probably have smite, you'll have boxes. So in this case, I even invade another strong early game jungler in Nocturne. Drop your box, and then fight him. It's even better if you have priority in your lanes. As you can see here, we use Q to dodge Taliyah W, and then we just have complete control. Get that blue buff, and it's not even over. Shaco is just so strong early, and if you want to be a good Shaco player, you got to abuse it. Shaco also has the ability to hop over a lot of walls that most champions cannot. This allows you to gank people in weird and unexpected ways and leads to big advantages. Just watch where I put my cursor and where I line up my character. You'll be jumping over these walls in no time. If you've made it this far in the video, consider liking and dropping a sub. Appreciate you guys. Here's a few examples of how to put that in action. Gotta come out wide because I don't want them to see me. Ping my intent. We want to go on the level 1 person. Just like that, first blood. Okay, we can maybe ignite here. Oh, so close. Does she get it? She does. Beautiful. We're gonna queue in. Hopefully slow. Oh, I'm autoing, beautiful. And guys, look, just from quickly checking the CS count, maybe I can get this guy? We can get this guy. Gonna come in. We're gonna run to cut them off. I don't think we can get Ezreal. That sucks that she took that. Well, we've reached our end, and I'll tell you what, there is a lot more to Shaco. This champion has combos and different tips and tricks with abilities, how to do neutral objectives, how to play team fights, how to assassinate people, so much more, guys. So maybe we'll do a part 2 Shaco in another video. But for now, I hope that you enjoyed. Pope Pay out.